Switch the switch. Game time, right? It's all well and good to be in the locker room. Maybe you're having some fun with the other people in the locker room. Maybe you're talking on your phone or texting somebody before the game. And, as you're starting to get a little more serious about the fact that game time's coming as it gets closer. But when you're on the field, guess what? You're not thinking about texting somebody, are you? You're not thinking about anything but the game at hand. It's game time. It's go time. And the way you do that is by paying attention. Unconscious triggers. We're going to have to poke around. We're going to have to push on sore spots. We're going to have to help you see where you are hiding the last holdouts. The places where your baggage is invisible to you, so that you can have the opportunity to clear things that have their tendrils deep into your cellular structure. The energy of 2012 supports this. We know you can feel it. And you want it. There's this little bridge that you have to walk across. That's the bridge of belief. Now, well, that's a very strange thing to hear us say, but the truth of the matter is you're on the bridge. It's the bridge of belief. And the belief we're asking you to have is the belief that you can actually have a completely different way of living through no intervention from anyone, no special potions or prayers, no rituals, nothing like that. The bridge of belief that it's possible, that you can live at that level, that you can have that life, that you can seize the day, that you can actually walk out of the locker room and get on the field. Those players have to believe that they have the ability, or else they'd hide in the locker room. Some of you are tempted to hide in the locker room. Some of you get out to the field and lose focus. Some of you think you only deserve to sit on the bench and watch. It's time to be really, really, really honest with yourselves and ask yourself where you think you are. Are you tempted to hide in the locker room? There's nothing to be ashamed of about that. It's the awareness that we're looking for. Are you tempted to sit on the bench and think, well, I'm just a backup player anyway? At least I'm part of the team. When you get onto the field, do you allow your habits and baggage and static to distract you from the opportunity to fully embody the moment? That one catches a lot of people. Or are you on the field ready? You don't know what's going to happen. What's the other team going to do? Let's say we're playing football, right? You don't know. You're on the defensive side of the game this moment in this story. You look across, they're switching their lineup and they're figuring it out and what play are they calling and the crowd's loud and those players don't know what's going to happen. They don't have certainty. None of them have certainty. They may have a suspicion, right? But they don't have certainty. They trust in their skills. They trust in the practice they've done. And the way we say it to you is you trust in your tools. When you're on the field, you trust in your tools. You trust in the things you've learned. You trust in yourself. You cross the bridge of belief. And you look at the world and you say, I will be in level 5. This trigger is mine. And the ball's hiked. And it's game time. Show's started. This guy's running this way, and that guy's running this way, and this guy's all up in your face, and this guy's doing that, and this guy's doing that, and you're triggered or hurt, or you fall down, or you get up, and oh, something broke on your shoe, and your helmet fell off. Who knows what happened? The beauty of it is that everything that happens to you so you can grow. And as everything that happens to you so that you can grow, you have the opportunity to know yourself more. So that when that game's over and the next game starts, in your case, you leave work and you go home. Or you're at home and you go to the grocery store. Or whatever it happens to be. the next time you sit in uncertainty, you'll have more tools to work with. And the idea of this trigger's mind will be less difficult for you to embrace. We're asking you, making the request that you very deeply, deeply consider where in your life you still want to hide in the locker room. Guaranteed, every single one of you has a place in your life where you'd prefer to hide in the locker room. Those have to change. Even if all you change is your lack of awareness into awareness, that's a temptation you have. That's enough to get the ball rolling. Where you want to sit on the sidelines and just pretend you're part of something, where you want to get out onto the field and you allow yourself to be distracted, those are a little bit more difficult to discover. We would ask you to find a place in your life that you know you're doing that as well. And because we want you to be kind to yourself, we'd also like you to identify at least one place in your life where you know you're fully in the game. Those three things are really, really important for you to make an assessment of. Be brutally honest with yourself. Now is not the time to hide your truth. Be brutally honest and assess what you're doing. There's no time for half measures. There's no time for, well, maybe later. You don't have to do anything with the information other than be aware of it. But you must be aware of it. Okay, we're going to go.